I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery lovers back in Las Vegas. Lost wages. We didn't lose any wages, did we?
I don't think we gambled at all.
Not in Vegas.
Not in Vegas.
Anyway, we spent a lot of time in Nevada in the winter, so we've been to Vegas more than a few times. But we found a new brewery, we think.
Well, it's new to Vegas.
New to Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we were in like a neighborhood that we're not normally in, and we found another brewery, so, you know, what the heck.
Yeah.
However, this is Nevada's newest state park. It's called the
Ice
Age. Go ahead.
That's what I remember.
Ice Age Fossils State Park. Eventually, I'm sure eventually.
Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
I'm sure eventually it will be named for someone. But what a nice park.
It was. It was beautiful.
Great visitor center. Lots of fossils. So we're talking mammoths, lions, saber-toothed cats, they call them now. They don't call them tigers anymore. Lions, bison, really big bison, like way bigger than the ones that are around now. And the wolves, remember how big the wolves were?
Mm-hmm. Everything was big.
So they made these life-size steel sculptures to give you an idea of how large these animals were. And it's an interesting archaeological dig because this was, what, in the 60s, right? I think it was 62 or...
Yeah, right around there.
They used bulldozers. They went in here with bulldozers.
And made a trench.
Which no archaeologist would ever do today. But as a result, it creates this otherworldly landscape. And you can see all the layering, all the strata in the rock. Apparently, there's still a lot of fossils here. You know, you'd have to dig for them, and you're not really allowed to.
You're not supposed to do that.
It was just a nice place. And it's in North Las Vegas. And this is a life-size Colombian mammoth. Columbia 1.
Yeah.
This is a life-size Colombian mammoth made from found objects.
Yeah.
It was great.
Chains and fireplace grates and door handles.
The longer you stood next to this thing, the more stuff you saw. And what did you say? Doorknobs?
Yeah, doorknobs, hinges,
motorcycle chains.
Bicycle chains.
Yeah,
it was
just a piece of work.
And really cool. This whole project started a group of women that was trying to preserve this fossil area from development. Went to a Girl Scout troop meeting and talked about it. And one of the girls just ran with it. She designed
the mammoth.
Yeah. Like it was her idea, but then they put together a bunch of artists and they made this amazing sculpture happen.
Yeah, it's a really spectacular piece of work.
So,
got any beer on you?
I do.
She's
just waiting for the opening.
She's Old Faithful, man. She's always got the beer. If you ever need a beer and you see Beth walking down the street, she probably has one in her back pocket. Probably not. But that would be fun. What do you got? What are we drinking?
Voodoo.
Oh, Voodoo, okay. This is one of the new breweries that we checked out. New to us. New to Vegas.
New to Vegas. Apparently, I think this brewery started in Pennsylvania. So they have a bunch of locations in Pennsylvania. Meadville, Erie, State College. But then it looks like they franchise.
Oh, okay.
So there are franchises all over the country. North
That's
Carolina, Ohio,
That's
Idaho.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
I never heard of franchise,
as a business model, yeah.
I just thought that was really interesting.
What is it, a hazy? No, West Coast.
This is a West Coast.
What's it called? I can't read it. It's called Good Vibes. There you go.
Lots of funky art there.
That was what we loved about the place, which we'll get to. Super funky. There's a big chocolate producer, apparently in L.A., called Ethel M.
Yeah, we were in Henderson, which is a suburb of Las Vegas.
It's this ginormous suburb, probably the biggest suburb of Vegas. And they have a satellite location, I guess. I mean, it's a factory.
Yeah, the factory's there.
Yeah.
The retail is there. They have a huge cactus garden.
We went there to buy chocolate as Christmas gifts, but then we found this cactus garden. Well, Beth found it, right? You knew about it?
Well, when I went on the site, I had heard about Ethel M. from Let's Turn It Up World.
Oh, right.
Another
YouTube channel
that they also have an Echo, so I watch where they're going. And they're Vegas based.
Mm-hmm.
So they went and did a chocolate tasting at this place. So I thought, well, we need gifts, so let's go get Vegas chocolate. And I just came up on their calendar that they decorate for Christmas.
They have this pretty expansive cactus garden, and almost all of it was in some way decorated for the holidays. What we noticed were not decorated was the cholla.
Yeah, nobody
wants to
put
touch a
lights on that.
cholla. You would need you would need those steel gloves that you use when you're cleaning a slicing machine. That might not even help you.
Yeah, I don't even know if that would work. I think that you'd still get poked.
But it was great fun.
But it was very pretty.
It was just fun. Lots of kids running around.
Yeah, you make a $3 donation, I think.
Oh yeah, it was like ridiculous.
And it all goes to a local charity. So, and we got some chocolate.
I would love to talk to the people that actually do this. I don't know how.
I don't know. Putting Christmas lights on cactus?
I would not want to
don't
put
know.
Christmas lights on a barrel cactus. Well,
But it was really pretty. They were my favorite.
They must have some serious. Yeah, they were pretty. They must have some serious gloves. Maybe the highlight. If you go to Las Vegas, you absolutely must go to the Neon Museum. What an awesome experience, because you not only see these old neon signs, some of them are very old, but you get this incredible history of Las Vegas, which is not just gaming casinos, it's everything else. Because everybody has neon signs. You go to Vegas and you see the tire guy, the auto supply shop has neon.
The dry cleaner.
This is a classic, obviously, Stardust. Now, when I was a kid, I assumed they were all light bulbs. They're not. They're all neon. It's a neon bulb. Very interesting, because light bulbs would burn up pretty quickly, and neon is very durable. This is the happy shirt.
Happy shirt.
Big laundry in Vegas. That was like, they did all the celebrities' shirts, and the owner's daughter sketched this little... These are the kinds of stories you learn when you go to the Neon
Yeah,
Museum.
we learned so much about the art of neon and the history of Vegas.
Yeah, the Moulin Rouge.
It was a really cool tour.
It really was.
And we had the best tour guide.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's the bonus here. That's the icing on the cake. The Moulin Rouge was one of the few hotels that black people could go to and just be there.
Right.
Like back then, Sammy Davis would perform at a casino, but he couldn't go in. He had to go in the back entrance, the service entrance. Of course, Frank Sinatra put a stop to that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Admirable. But the Moulin Rouge was friendly to African Americans, and as a result, a very historic place. The Yucca, I can't remember what was unique about the place, but the sign is unique because it's green.
Right.
You don't see a whole lot of green neon, which we learned is really argon.
Yeah.
There is neon, but it's mostly argon. Red Barn was a classic old cocktail lounge, and here's the icing on the cake. Little Lee. Lee is literally one of our favorite people in the world, and she's a tour guide at the Neon Museum. And of course, we got on her tour, and it was so much fun. She did such a great job.
Oh, she's so knowledgeable and charming.
And she's basically grew up in Vegas, so she really knows the town, and she's really done her homework.
Yes.
And just so many great little anecdotes. And but as I said, there's this broad history of Las Vegas beyond the casinos, which was just so much fun.
It was about 55 degrees. She was freezing.
Well, she was
She
freezing.
is a Las Vegas
desert rat.
girl, and she just had on 100 layers.
This is what you see when you go around Vegas. It's 50 degrees, and you see people all bundled up in
Yeah,
parkas.
it's 60, and they're wearing Uggs and parkas. Yep.
All right, did somebody say beer? There's going to be beer in this video, right? This is North 5th. Again, we were in... What were we in North Las Vegas? Oh, for that museum.
Yeah, for the Ice Age fossil.
And this is in Las
State
Vegas,
Park.
but it's the north part of town. North Las Vegas and Las Vegas are actually two different towns, we learned. But really, it was a fun place, cute little brewery, great beer tender. Her name was Paige. Ginormous brewery, this little tiny tasting room, but the brewery was really quite large. And the beer was okay. They were, for some reason, the brewers are obsessed.
They're fans of Nicolas Cage,
Fans
who
of Nicolas
apparently
Cage.
lives or has a home in Vegas.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time in Vegas, apparently.
So, but he didn't come into the brewery while we were there.
I'm
not sure he's ever actually been in the brewery.
We don't know that. But they had this little sort of shrine. The sour was called Pickless Cage.
Yeah.
Because it was a pickle, like a pickle juice sour. And I had a Schwarz beer. I had a Pilsner. You probably had an IPA.
I had a West Coast IPA.
Yeah. Beers were okay. And it's a really cute place. Great beer tender.
Yep.
Here's Voodoo. That's what we're drinking now. This is Good Vibes, which is the West Coast. It's pretty nice. But you think this was actually made in Pennsylvania, don't you?
It says it on the can.
Mm. So yeah, an interesting setup here. Great space. They did such a great job with the art. It's so funky. And it is in the arts district, so it kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. All this hand-painted stuff, inside and out. Here's the patio. There's some crazy mannequins and who the heck knows what. Just super colorful and fun, and it was just a fun place. Also, a really good beer tender. It's mostly outside because it's Vegas, you know. Of course. But we had a great time, and I just loved the vibe of this place. Beer was okay too.
Yeah.
And if another thing you should do if you go to Las Vegas is walk around the arts district. It's really fun. A lot of interesting things to see. Gallery, not just art stuff, obviously galleries, but places like this.
Yeah.
Abel Baker's down there, which is a pretty good brewery.
Yep.
There's a bunch of breweries in the arts district.
There are.
Little shops, little bars, little restaurants. It's just
a lot of ethnic restaurants.
It's just a really fun neighborhood. You know, Vegas isn't just the Strip. That's the boring part of Las Vegas, in my opinion. But, you know, that's where everybody flocks. But, yeah, whatever. No accounting for taste, right?
There's stuff to see.
So this green beer is a sour apple Berliner Weiss. And the beer tender said, it pretty much tastes like a green apple Jolly Rancher, and she nailed it. That's exactly what it tasted like. And on the right, I don't know, probably this. The West Coast.
I had the West Coast. You had, something else.
Something else, we don't know. Beers were good. Fun place. Definitely recommend it. And that's the 2024 Vegas report. You good?
We're good.
All right. Cheers.
All right, cheers.